An estimated 3,500 people have been arrested so far in major cities across the U.S. in the first week under the Trump administration. That's according to ICE officials. They say there have been significant actions in Chicago, Austin, and San Antonio. And this morning, word about a new ICE operation conducted in the city overnight. This video was posted by Department of Homeland Security Secretary Christine Quinn, showing agents arresting at least one person. The agents say the person arrested had a criminal record, wanted for kidnapping, assault, and burglary. At a press conference yesterday, the president and CEO of the New York Immigration Coalition said he has never seen such a level of fear among immigrants in the city.
We've been dealing with hysteria of mass deportation, of people feeling that any local law enforcement or any law enforcement that they see may be ICE. And with the deputization of the DEA, ATF, and other federal agencies to support ICE, the level of fear across this city and this state I've never seen before.
Christine Quinn is with us in studio this morning, the president and CEO of WIN, one of the largest providers of family shelter and supportive housing in the city. Also, of course, former city council speaker. Good morning. Thank you for coming in.
Of course.
We were talking in the commercial break about that level of fear that people who live among us in New York are seeing a new landscape. Clearly what Trump and Christine Quinn and others want to set up here.
Absolutely. Look, if you're a criminal and you've committed a violent crime and the federal government wants to deport you, we all understand that. Nobody's saying let criminals roam the street, but let's be clear here. This campaign is about bringing fear to undocumented people and immigrants who are here with documentation. That's what this is about. The statistics are clear. The vast majority of crime are committed by American citizens, not by migrants or undocumented people. The focus should be on how do we help these individuals who literally, some of them, walked to America, fleeing violence and poverty on a level we can't even imagine. We should be helping them get legal status, not having them fear walking out the door.
In a video like the video that Christine Quinn posted overnight, there's not a personal story, right? It is agents in their gear,
yes,
going in to arrest somebody. What you don't get behind that is the family living in fear.
Right.
Those who are with the person who is arrested, even if that person is an alleged criminal.
And, you know, we've asked basic questions at WIN. We're the largest provider of shelter to families with children. So if they come and take the adult, the mom, what happens to the children? We can't get a straight answer. Do they get taken to those cages we saw before? Does Administration for Children's Services take them? No one can answer those questions. This is a fear campaign, not a campaign about safety.
We've seen this in schools. Principals are realizing, okay, if ICE shows up at the door of the school, what do I do? What are the rights? Does the school safety agent get involved? Do we lock the doors? I mean, you've got security personnel in similar situations.
And we had, the last time Trump threatened mass deportations, we had ICE show up at one of our shelters. And make no mistake, they'll show up with a piece of paper they say is a warrant signed by a judge, and it's not. And that's what happened when they came to our shelter, and we sent them away. But we've now had to do training for all of our security on how to be ICE watchdogs. That's not what they should be doing. They should be supporting our families, because if you're not safe, you can't heal.
The other wild card out really in the past 24 hours is this memo from the Trump administration that says that federal agencies are directed to stop assistance programs temporarily. And we really haven't had enough time to process what that means. And we were familiar with this uncertainty in the Trump administration of 4 years ago, which is, okay, there's this document. What does that mean to somebody who's on SNAP benefits? What does that mean to a federal program that's funding the subway system? We really don't know what this memo means right now.
And it could mean somebody who has legally gotten food stamps losing them and not having the resources to feed their children? Does it mean we're going to lose money for education, classroom aid from the federal government? I mean, it's taking the entire force of the federal government and saying we're going to slam it down on people who fled gang violence, sex trafficking, poverty. I mean, it is cruel on a level I don't think we could have even imagined from Donald Trump.
Let's take a step back from Democrat Republican politics, and you know, clearly Donald Trump got more support from New Yorkers than he did 8 years ago. How does New York City cope with an administration that has shown itself to be hostile to urban areas, hostile to what they feel are sanctuary cities?
Well, you know, Donald Trump is following a playbook put out by the Heritage Foundation called Project 2025. And we at WIN, with dozens of other organizations, put out a plan called Project Hope. And it is an outline of exactly what the city and state can do to combat the effects of Donald Trump and his administration. Yes, it is going to have a huge impact, but we are not without recourse. There are things we can do, like allocating state funds for food stamp benefits, by extending housing vouchers to house those who are undocumented, and on and on. We can push back. We're not helpless in this situation.
Put some backstops in place.
Absolutely. We have that power. We can make, there are 3 bills pending in the City Council that would strengthen our sanctuary city laws. Let's pass those, make this city safer, and send a message we're not going to roll over for Donald Trump.
Christine Quinn, thank you for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. For more stories in your communities, click the subscribe button right here. You can also download our app or watch us on TV for the latest news and weather updates every 10 minutes and more. We'll see you then.